Hey, hello. Give me a second. Let me open chat on the other window as well, so I can see if anything's happening. What the fuck happened? How did how many people followed me on Twitch? Hello. Thank you to the people who all followed. Ah, hello, Infodave. How you doing? What happened? I just see like 5 new follows. Thank you to the people who followed. I would pronounce your names, but English difficult. I mean, it's not even English. Petra Bokan. I mean, like half of them are actually Japanese. It's like Saseian, Yamato, Peter Ray, O5, and Bimbo Miko. Yeah, KV happened, I guess. Yeah, the video actually did surprisingly less polarizing than I thought it would. Would be the better way to put it, I guess. I'm I'm glad that it only got like 14 dislikes till now. The like dislike ratio actually went back up, and I actually saw some people initially remove their dislikes after the cancellation got announced as well, which made it kind of funny because like I didn't expect that to be the what do you call it? There's a word for it. That to be the catalyst for people to actually remove the dislikes, but that's cool. I was actually like this one, and I think I guess the Gundam Evolution one really had me nervous that it would just get like very disliked at the time. I don't know when I made this video, and when I like, because I'll for the entire like few hours before it went up, I was just feeling so weird. Like part of it just didn't sit right with me, but like I'm glad that didn't go horribly in the end. That's it. I forgot what we were doing here. Yeah, past the boss. Oh God. We did this boss. We did this. This is red. This is red. So this is the only boss left that we need to do. We need a 4-man party that can operate under the very weird circumstance that we will be put in with this party. That's it. Also, I hope you're doing good, Infodave. Yeah, my apologies on the stream starting later than usual. So suffice to say, some stuff got delayed at work. So yeah, it took a little while longer than expected to resolve everything to get home. Like I swear, sometimes I do wonder if these people actually want to make games. Like, as in the people at work for me, I mean. Because now we've been sent back to the drawing board again. And I'm just like, it's tiring, man. But we'll see, I guess. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it goes a little better this time. Okay, wait. This boss, I need this. What do I need? This will help. This, hey yo, it's Mr. Man. Hello there. Hello there, Peturable Khan. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, I saw the follow from 3 days ago. Thank you for the follow and welcome. We're just chilling today because I just got back from work. But either way, welcome. And I hope you enjoy your time here in the meantime. I was just about to complain about work as usual. Welcome to hell. Hey! 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 It's not that bad. I mean, it does get kind of iffy at time, boomer hell. Just you wait. Just you wait. I'll find like some boomer dad joke to tell, and then you'll regret it. So somewhere, somehow, I'll find a way, and you'll regret ever saying that. Right, now, all I need to do is actually find a good opportunity to make one. Shit, there's a piece of onion on the floor. Okay. Okay, what the fuck was I doing with this party again? I know what I need to do to beat the boss, I think. But I don't know if I can actually do it. It's the only thing. On hit minus 10, on being hit plus 5. Like, I think what I want to have happen is for him and him to be around at the end. Right, so he can attack and he can heal. I think that's what I want. The issue is I don't remember if I can repulse the boss. We can try. We can try. But either way, I hope you have had a good day so far, Petrable Khan. I've for me, it was mostly just another busy day at work. So I'm just glad to be back so I can shut my brain off a little. I say shut my brain off, but we're playing like fucking Darkest Dungeon, so I don't know how much I'll actually get to shut my brain off, but we'll see. We'll see. But that said, what the fuck do I give them? Take this. Is everyone at level 4? Everything is... prevents ambush. Hit. This may go horribly. I do not know yet, but we'll find out. One of these. Two more of each. One of these. Yeah, I feel like we might be over-prepared, but that's fine.
Gates would require more than some gardening shears to cut through the cat in the
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's not at the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna resign just yet, but we'll see. I kind of at least want to stay for like 3 years.
It seems to guide
or 5. I feel like when I first went in, I said I wanted to stay for at least 5, but like...
The luring scent fills the air.
We'll have to see, cause like at this point I think I've been in this new company for like 1 year, and they have spent this entire 1 year like doubling themselves. I don't think we've actually like gotten anywhere close to a new project being like past the prototyping phase. One, 2, 3. Furthest is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Which is rough, but then again, it's like, considering the fact that the people who are supposed to be in charge have no direction, I guess it's probably how things just end up, I guess. Oh yeah, she does reduce light, right? Okay. Although I do have to say, I am surprised by how bit by bit the Japanese game industry at least has been getting more and more receptive to people job hopping as well. It's kind of nice since like this does feel like one of those kind of industries where you typically would expect people to job hop a little more as well. Wait, how's this work again? Triggers on non-killing attack. So non-killing attack. So I basically he just needs to kill when he hits and we'll be good. Kill 9. Kill 9. Kill 9. Dead end. Oh yeah, Info Day, do you actually want the Himari ASMR translated as well? Like since like the UI one would probably be done tomorrow if I'm feeling like fine enough to do it tomorrow. We could probably do that one next after, I guess. Since I still don't know what to do with the weekday slot yet, but so far just sitting around like doing fan translations has been decent. I still need to get the I still haven't given Snorlax or the what's it called? The script in Japanese either. Which I really need to give to him at some point. Because I did promise him that I'll pass him the Japanese transcript for it. It's just that yeah. I really need to try that idea you guys suggested before of just like uploading it to YouTube privately so only I can view it, and then from there doing the thing to do the stuff and thing. I can't take this. I have no space. Okay, we go back.
Rest. We will need your strength come day.
I kind of want the flower. The flower does help. We do want the flower. But yeah, okay, got it.
The darkness will not impede us.
I'll go get the Himari one as well then.
Our cause is righteous, but requires funds. More than our enemies will attempt to impede us.
The only thing I worry with the Himari one though is that it's gonna end up being like... She's gonna end up using a fair number of words that I don't even know exist, and then I'll feel like I'm very small brain for not knowing them. I feel... for fuck's sake. I feel like Himari being Himari, that's a very real possibility. She's gonna say big words, and I'm just gonna sit there and be like, what the fuck is going on? And then the ASMR will end, and I'll be like, I do not know what she said at all. Like, the UI one was fairly simple-ish so far. Like, it's not, it hasn't been like overly complicated or anything, but the Noah one, there were some very specific parts that were a little hard to catch. Well, I guess with Tamari, since she's supposed to be like a hacker or something, maybe she'll use like programming language or something, right? She'll speak in C# the entire time. Wouldn't that be funny? Right, she's not even gonna speak a human language. Like, if it just ends up being that and nothing else, I think I would laugh quite a fair bit, to be honest. the only issue is, like, if she's gonna start talking about, like, actual, like, I don't know, like, fucking, like, back-end engineering shit, I'm not going to understand any of that at all. But that doesn't mean we can't try our best. I do genuinely wonder what hers will be about though. It probably stays on the ASMR itself, right? But if I open the outside now, no one is gonna see it, right? It should be fine, right? Yeah, I actually find it kind of sad that the only place that you can actually purchase the ASMRs is like on the outside. Not so much for me. It's fine for me because I have a JCB card, but like, bro, it must be rough being like a fan anywhere else and trying to buy this, only to realize that like the fucking like credit card companies kind of just fucked everyone else over. Let's get JCB cards. Aren't you already using the workaround? Or did the workaround become a pain to do as well? Oh wait, no, that's fine. I think I'm going to Japan. Yeah, but you can't just get a JCB card in Japan either. Like, it's not something that you can just walk up to the bank in Japan and be like, hey, GIP card, and they just like let you apply for one. I think, unless you can make one there. If you can make one there, it's fine. Although, to be fair, you'll probably find fewer places that accept a JCB card than you would find places that do only use JCB. Like, the only places that have the issue of like you need JCB are typically the online SUS sites instead. I feel like I can't give that to them. Stress healing receive. Cool. Like, I'm trying to think, like, where would it be beneficial? And like, the only place I can think of it being beneficial. Do I go that way? This might also be a battle. There might be a battle there, then I'll feel very stupid going that way.
This land is ancient and fallen into disrepair.
So I may... Huh? There was a battle there? God damn it. But yeah, I mean, if your bank has a partnership, you could... I mean, the only thing that it would really come in handy for is like purchasing off of like the outside, I feel like. And like other sites that the credit card companies have banned. But like, if you're not purchasing off any of those sites, like a JCB card really feels like it won't give you any specific benefits, especially even in Japan. Like, there are a fair number of places that don't even accept JCB nowadays, basically, as well. So it's not like it's super like useful or something. Yes, I'm waiting. What's up? Yeah, there are some that don't. Like not all stores accept JCB. There actually are stores that do not. So it's not like the card is like super convenient if you're like coming to Japan or something. It's more like if you happen to use very specific sites, then it's helpful. Like my very first debit card was also a JCB, and like it was actually kind of annoying at times because there were actually stores that like I went to and they're like, no, we don't accept like JCB. So I actually had to make a Visa credit card instead, just to balance it out. Now there's a weird balance because like there are some very specific stores that only accept JCB, and then there are also some stores that don't accept JCB, so I kind of need both. Like in the past, there wouldn't really be a case where you would specifically want to have both, but like I guess in a weird way, in 2024, having both is nice, I guess.
An adequate performance for now. Keep it up.
I forgot to move him back forward. Oh no! What do I do now? I need to find a way to move him back forward. But I kind of don't want to sacrifice anyone's skill specifically. Ah, I can't move up. Oh no, she can't move backwards either. Ah. What the fuck do I do now? But yeah, there are a decent number of stores that do not accept it. I guess not a decent number. There are some stores that don't. I never really took notice of the exact number, but like, yeah, because my JCB card and my Visa card are under two different companies, the incentive for me to use the JCB is typically very low. Because I don't know how it works there, but over here it's like many stores and merchants also do have their own credit cards. So like there is the what's it called? Like the Marui Annex has their own like there's typically a credit card company that works with them. So you can get a card that basically gives you additional points there, if I'm not mistaken. And the one I typically use the most is basically tied to Rakuten instead. Because the Rakuten card basically gives you additional benefits if you purchase off of Rakuten quite a fair bit. In that it gives you more point rebates there, and also, what's the word for it? It gives you point rebates on Rakuten, but aside from that, it also basically gives you a... Whenever you use the card and spend on the card, they basically give you like Rakuten points as well. Which is convenient because basically it means that I can purchase from like convenience stores without actually bringing cash around. And I can just use the points to buy like a new bed or something. Which has not happened yet. I'm still using the garbage bed from that I got when I first moved here. It's a pretty funny story of that bed, to be honest. It's actually really shit. But it was recommended to me by a friend before he like moved out of the country. Like he was suggesting this bed because he was like, oh, it's super cheap, and it basically has the it's fairly portable as well, cause like the bed frame is screwed onto the bed itself, so you can just like unscrew the frame and just carry it around instead.
Wars consist of a great many battles. Continue.
And at the time, I thought it was really cool.
The dark and the cold are upon us.
But then I realized how good having a proper bed frame is. And now I kind of like, after all this time, regret that I changed a little. Shop.
We follow the ever-guiding light.
Okay, so what we want is preferably for these two to be there at the end, which means that I kinda need to find a way to rearrange people if I get into the stage and like motherfuckers can move me around, which I think is gonna happen, so that's gonna be a little annoying to deal with. You want to know what something also kind of funny that I just found out? Like through some like contacts in the industry as well. Like apparently like, and I heard this from like a producer, an ex-producer I guess from Bandai Namco, but like apparently he was saying that like one of his contacts apparently was working as a scenario writer for... Oh, is it too loud? Oh shit, I'm so sorry. It was that loud, huh? Wait, was it that loud the whole time? My apologies. I had it up because I was helping someone else record gameplay. Your voice is being drowned. Sheesh. I'm sorry. I did not know. Good thing you pointed it out then, cause yeah, I did not realize how loud it was. But yeah, what was I saying again? What was I saying again? Shit, wait. Right, yeah, so I basically heard from a producer or an ex-producer working in Bandai Namco that apparently one of their friends was a scenario writer who was working freelance for Project KV, it seems. And apparently, like, when the project got cancelled, all of that person's, like, work with the company also simultaneously got cancelled. So, yeah, that person is, like, shit out of, like, luck right now because of that. Which is, really sad to hear, if anything. Like, he did not mention specifically, like, what the person did within the scenario writing for KV. He just mentioned that they were apparently working for it under a contract. And apparently that work has all been cancelled for, you know, reasons. But yeah, that was a surprise to hear about at all. Like, I didn't expect to, like, hear from anyone who would know anyone who worked on that, just because of the fact that, like, you know, it's I assumed that they would just hire mostly in Korea instead. Since, like, I'm pretty sure they are based there, question mark. But apparently not. Wait, there's some, like... Something stuck in my nose. Fuck. Ugh. But yeah, apparently it's been quite rough on them as a result of that. Death. Okay, the riposte works. Good. Good, good. Four for 2 turns. Hitting these two was pointless, right? But yeah, I guess in a way though, that does confirm that the project is most definitely quite dead. Like, it's not a case of like, I guess maybe it could very well still be a case of like, maybe, like my initially what I was like wondering was could it be potentially that they were gonna like end it in its current form and then just like do a much smaller scale thing, but like from what they were saying, it does sound like the possibility is fairly high that they're just gonna end it off fully, which makes sense, you know. I don't think anyone wants like the possibility of Nexon coming after them, so yeah, that's kind of surprising. I don't know what's even gonna happen to them from here on out, to be honest. Damage minus 15%. No, I need him to heal and not bleed. It's a little too little, but when are they gonna do the thing? Like, I think they said that they changed how this boss works, such that like now it's gonna be like kind of obvious who was gonna get grabbed. But I don't know how that is gonna work out still. Since I don't think we have seen it since that was... It's been a while, rather, since we last actually did this boss, so... I'm not sure how it's gonna end up being. Oh, is it like this? Just that? If it's just that to like demarcate who was getting grabbed, then that's fine. Like, I don't mind her getting grabbed. That's the thing. As long as they can't move me around, all as well. Oh fuck. They can. Oh fuck. No, that is still... No, that is also fine. As long as he does not get grabbed, all as well. This is still fine, because now she can attack as well. And her HP is fairly higher as well, so... the odds that she will die from it is a lot lower. Oh, it's bleed better. Bleed works, I think. Uh-oh. Can I swap him in time? Oof. No, does it matter? Does it matter if he gets grabbed instead? What's her damage? 18 to 34. 18 to 34. 27 to 54. No, maybe it matters a little less. Maybe. 7, 7, 7. 7? 14? 4, 28. He gets grabbed. They should be dead, though. 7. D 75. D. $21. Fuck. You know, when I feel that like there might be a little bit of a problem with my brain, cause like after saying 21, the only thing that went through my brain was the fucking meme. Wait, it was 21, right? That you stupid. That meme. Like that was all that ran through my head at the time. Oh, cool, we did it. No deaths. Oh. Fantastic. We are not getting into any fights on the way back. No. We are just like... We're going to go back and grab a little loot and then leave. Because I'm pretty sure... Wait. Ruminator... Fair player... Okay. No one should touch anything, I think. So we can go back and find the pot. Grab the pot and then fuck off. Because I don't want to deal with any of this. But I'm fairly certain there's a pot somewhere. Also, I have to say, I'm actually quite satisfied. We actually got through that and like... We actually beat a boss in the first like 40 plus minutes of the stream. I feel very efficient. Like, I feel very, very efficient that we actually managed to do that.
I am sure the previous owner will not mind.
Not this one. Like, I don't think we have done it this fast before. Where was it? I know there's one more pot somewhere. There it is. There we go. Yes! Cool. Cool.
As much as I usually trust Eric, I am not so
Getting
certain
miraculous
I
results.
can trade
Ooh!
me for a few days.
It's free? Don't mind if I do. 62. 62. 62. 62. What do I have access of? 2. I need 20? 20. There we go. Sort by level. Range skills. It's kind of funny to think of it as some of the quirks can actually just not matter at all. It's just like, oh yeah, you know, I may be like, like this guy, right? I may have ligma, but like, it's fine. It all works out still. Compulsive. But a compulsive isn't like The compulsive is not compulsory. Get it? Ha ha ha. Okay, that guy's in. Wick finish. Flood release. Mercurial. Yeah, as far as possible, I kind of want to get rid of compulsive. Compulsive generally is a problem. I. What do we store? Thank you for the follow. I don't know why. When I no, it's not Hito, it's Hato. Wari Hato. Thank you for the follow. I don't know why. Like when someone follows when I make a bad joke, it makes me feel funny inside. I'm the Hato that is Wari. Indeed you are. And welcome to this no, I'm sorry. No, not weird and like a gooner way. You Dave of Infi. I mean like I feel embarrassed making the joke when someone actually like does a positive thing instead of just like scomming the joke instead. To the challenges, I didn't hear a joke. I just jumped out, got home from a walk. No, that's a good thing. Now I feel less embarrassed. That's good. That's even better. If you didn't hear it, good. Okay, don't go back and look up the vault just to try and figure out where that is. Okay, no. Okay, don't do it. If you didn't hear it, it's actually a good thing. Whew. Now I feel that is extremely tempting. Do not. No. I'm looking. It's a horrible pun. I do not know why you would want to like make yourself suffer over this like a horrible pun. Restoration amount applied, healing received, minus 10% HP. That's tempting. It's actually tempting. We have a bunch of people at level 5 now. Suffering BAGA. Right, it's GA now. I have not checked what the Grand Assault is. I know it has started, but I have not like actually like looked at it yet. I've just been like procrastinating it as I usually do. It's Bina. I don't wanna. Actually no, Bina is fine. Bina is fine. Oh wait, no, you're playing on global. I just saw it. It's parallel. I feel like screaming right now. I feel like actually screaming. Yeah, purple. It's like have fun, but who's responsible for this? Surely you stream it. I will watch. When I finally get around to doing it, I'll consider it. I usually procrastinated so bad because I just like don't want to do it. On stream BSL, yeah, that as well. I usually don't stream it. It's just part of my I don't know, there's a part of me that just doesn't really want to stream like mobile games in general cause reasons. This is not to say those games are bad or something. It's just part of me not wanting to do it. It's part of like I don't know how best to explain it. Like the way I would try to best explain it is that I don't want people. I'm a game hater. I play the games. What do you mean? No. I don't want me playing the game on stream to in some way end up causing others to will in that sense, if it makes any sense at all. Or like to like spend on the games instead. So like with videos where we're just like outright just objectively talking about a game, I'm kind of fine with it. But like when it comes to like just like playing it, there's a part of me that kind of doesn't want to. Like it's I don't know. There's a part of me that after spending a few years in the mobile game industry, it makes me feel weird playing it and knowing that there's a potential chance that might lead to like someone somewhere spending. Because like after seeing like how much people can potentially spend on games, do people get encouraged to spend by watching streams? Some people do, not all of course, like the majority won't, but some people do end up spending a little more after like watching, especially people who already spend to some extent. It's part of the reason why like companies, at the very least in Japan, tend to be a bit more fine with like in spite of the fact that companies in Japan tend to be very strict with like the type of media that you can put out about their games or like their works in general. Part of the reason why they're quite fine with like VTubers like streaming the story or like just letting people like roll the gachas on stream is because they kind of see it as actually something that can be tied into people then spending more as well. And looking at the data, it does seem like there is some level of a trend up from like people watching like streams. I mean, not obviously it doesn't apply to every single person who does, but all it takes is like that small minority who do to basically like spike it a lot more. From the data for some of the other games I've seen, at least back when I was working in the industry, specifically the mobile side of it rather. So there's a part of me that feels very weird with like knowing that that's a thing that companies intentionally do at times to like try and get more people to play or spend, and then also doing it myself. I don't know, or like working in the mobile game industry side of things, like it kind of scarred me a little. Like I have no problems with the games themselves, but like the pulling back the curtain scarred me a little, I guess, in a way. Because like some of the shit you see, it's like actually insane when you realize like how deep the rabbit hole goes. Like for one of the titles I worked on back when I was in Koei, like many years back, it's like you literally had one guy spending enough to like fund half of the entire like live ops team, and like you just see people sink money to that extent, and it's just like I don't even know what to think anymore. What's mean you can stop this driving publicity if you put on videos and encourage and normalize other people to do the same. Yeah, that's the thing. That's part of it. But yeah, it's like the depths to which people spend at times. And also aside from that, like one of my friends I guess technically two. I wouldn't consider the second guy my friend, but like one of them was like one of like Alarune top spenders for EN, not JP of course. Like JP and CN and like Korea, the spendings are off the charts. But when you talk about like EL Global, he was one of the top spenders, and I saw him spend like 50% of his monthly wage on the game. And like one of my other friends was like a heavy FGO spender, and I saw him spend like close to the same amount of his monthly wage into the game, and it's just like, it hurts. It hurts my kokoro. Like, if people want to spend, I have no qualms, but like, I have seen like where the depths of addiction can lead people, and it scarred me as someone who worked in that industry. I guess the biggest wake-up call for me was when I realized that like when you see big numbers for so long, you start thinking in terms of everything as a statistic. And when I realized that my brain was getting accustomed to that, I was like getting terrified of myself as well. No, that was when I realized I need to take a step back, because I cannot let this become the norm for me as well. Because, you know, there are actual people on the other side of the screen, even though, like, there are a lot of devs in the mobile game side of things who don't seem to see that. Maybe one day, when we finally find a way to make, like, mobile games more monetarily sustainable, the world will be a better place, but that will probably take a while. Like one interesting thing, it's not but I don't know why some games give you stats in the thousands at the start. We can understand. Yes, already do this. We start with tens of thousands of HP at the beginning of the game. It's such a weird choice to me. There are multiple reasons why games are believed to do that. As it when it comes to tens of thousands at the start specifically. Part of it, like, okay, there are, like, how do I put it? There are multiple reasons people believe it to be the way it is. One of the, what do you call it? One of the reasons I see given the most within the industry is also that it is a number bracket that is easier for people in Asia, specifically Japan and Korea, to wrap their heads around, because the denomination is around the same as like the currency here, because typically, like, when you talk about like a big number in the currency here, or like a fairly average-ish number, like 1,000 is like the equivalent of like 10 USD, and the numbers keep going up from there. So like seeing the numbers with the big number is something that they consider one of the reasons why they might be doing this, and it's why they believe games like Yu-Gi-Oh, for example, used to do it in the past as well, because like rather than seeing 2 and 1, seeing like a 4K, 2.5K as a number that is more familiar. Aside from that, it also makes everything look more impressive, because when you see like your attack hitting and you're doing like 50,000 damage, even though 50,000 may not matter in the actual scheme of things, right? Like, you can have like an attack that does 5 damage against an enemy with 100 HP, or you can have an attack that does 50,000 damage against an enemy with like, fuck, wait, the math. Multiplied by 150. 5 million, right? So, like, technically, you're still doing the same percentage amount of damage, but one looks cooler than the other, and that's the other reason why they're assuming that it's done. The third reason that I see being thrown around as well, and it's the one that as a balance designer I can kind of see more, is that it kind of makes it easier to obfuscate the numbers, in the sense that, like, when the numbers are so big, you can kind of play around with it a lot more, so it's easier to like fine-tune stuff, and you also make it a little bit more difficult for people to actually try to figure out the damage formula. Because if you're not using a very basic standard formula, then it basically makes it harder for people to try and figure out like what you are basically running in the background to calculate damage within the game. right? Because like it becomes a lot harder to tell if like there's a square root hidden in the numbers when the bigger the number gets, because when you're trying to like reverse engineer all of the numbers, all you can just add a fairly big variance within it. Like let's say I can like have my entire formula, and at the end I put a variance of maybe like 0.95 to 1.05, and basically that 0.95 times of the basically you take the base damage and you multiply it by a number between that range. The big number gives you more space to work with, right? Because if my damage is 10, a 0.95 to a 1.05, technically, if you don't do rounding, it might just be 10 anyway. But if you have like 10,000, the number varies more, which basically means that it's harder for people to figure out your formula. And with like mobile games especially, like obfuscation of such formulas are very important because you don't want people to too easily figure out the formula. Like it exists in all games, and that you don't want people to find the optimal path to building something immediately. But with a mobile game, because it's like a live service thing, you kind of want people to take as long as possible to figure it out. So you try to find methods like this where you can kind of obfuscate the numbers more so that it takes people longer to truly figure out the formula. And that's the reason I feel makes the most sense, to me at least. But different people will give you probably different reasons as well. I think you can blame yourself if someone watches you spend on a game. If they didn't watch you, they'll just watch someone else. I mean, that's also a thing, that's true. That is also true. Yeah, like they might already, like, if they could very well just go watch someone else play BA and do the same thing there as well. That is also true. But yeah, I don't know. It's just part of me that always felt a little weird with it. Yeah. I don't know how best to describe it. But yeah, it's at the very least, I probably won't get fired even if I did, because I don't think. No, I mean, if they wanted to fire me, they'll probably fire me for just having a YouTube channel in the first place. Let alone not so much like actually like playing someone else's game on it. So we probably get fam. But yeah, maybe in the future, when I feel like less weirded out by it, we could do it. You man, I just really enjoy listening to your voice. Hey, if you enjoy it, that's great. I get terrified by the sound of my own voice, so like, if you enjoy it, that's happy to me. Look at the pun. But yeah, I don't know. There is that saying, not saying, I guess, but like, I guess it's like when you start editing videos, it's like they always say there's like two types of people, right? There are people who are fine with the sound of their own voice, and there are people who like just can't stand the sound of their own voice, and that most people tend to be in the second group. I'm also in that second group. When I hear my own voice, I'm just like, So like, if you guys enjoy it, I'm glad. I'm glad. If anything, like legit. Yeah, but as you can imagine, it makes it a little awkward trying to watch my own videos to like make sure that like stuff isn't wrong, because I'll watch it and I'll be like, ooh, oh. No, I can't put her in yet. I don't have the thing. I don't have enough healers, which is very awkward. Why do I have so... everyone's level 1 instead. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the pun. You can expect more stuff like that whenever it accidentally happens. You know, it doesn't happen every day, but when it does happen, but yeah, Dorothy, I guess like, Yeah, I guess that would probably be the closest I can think of to a reason why they would do that for the numbers. Personally, I would... Yeah, I don't know, like, what, like, for the current projects I worked on as well, it's like, if I were told to, like, just design the numbers from scratch, I would probably start from, like, 1,000 at least as well. I would not put it below 1,000. Just because it gives you more space to work with. I guess more wiggle room, I guess, would be the right word. Unless you want to go into the decimals. Because that was also an issue that Darkest Dungeons, this game, right? The base version of this game had, which is that, like, the numbers are so low. I mean, like, in this mod, the numbers are already double. So, like, numbers are bigger in general. I think it's double at least. It was increased overall. But in the base game, like, numbers were so low that it became a little more difficult to fine-tune stuff in general. Because when your damage numbers are 7 to 12, you know, unless you want to play with decimals, right, it can only go up by, like, in this case, if it goes up by 1, right, I need a calculator, that's already a 14% increase in damage, right? So, like, if you were to try to fine-tune the balance of the game after it's complete, like, very small numbers like this make it harder to fine-tune it, which, depending on the type of game you want to make, it can be fine, right? Like, if you're gonna make something like Slay the Spire, for example, or like Peglin. I guess Peglin does have fairly big numbers, but like Slay the Spire, for example, it kind of works out. Because all you need is the player to have 3 life, and everything basically works on a plus minus on, like, damage and shields. But if you're gonna make, like, an RPG game, small numbers that need to scale over time, it's harder to balance around as well. So, like, with 1,000, technically, you can think of it as, like, 10 with 2 decimal places. So, like, basically this, but you have more wiggle room. Like, obviously with a consumer title, I guess consumer title is a bit of a weird word, right? Maybe. Like, I feel like consumer is a very Japanese word for, like, talking about PC console games. Is there a word for it? Come to think of it. Like in Japan, we just call, like, mobile games social games, and we call anything that you play on a full price title that you play on a PC or console a consumer game. But I don't know if there's a word for that in English. Like thinking back to it now, it's like whenever I talk about those in videos, I end up using the word consumer title as well. But I never stop to think, like, whether people actually get what the fuck I'm saying when I say consumer title. But yeah, like, with a consumer title, you can kind of have the numbers, like, even if the formula is a bit more, how do I put it? No, like, the thing with a consumer title is that precisely because the game itself is in a closed environment, right? Like, it doesn't have to leave the circle of the game. Everything is complete within itself. You don't need to wait, let me just do this real quick. Yeah, because everything can be completed. You can basically use a smaller formula and just, like, actually try to fine-tune it and use, like, simpler formulas in general. Like, when you look at the damage formula for something like Pokemon, for example, it's not the most simple thing in the world, but it's also not super complicated either. The same if you look at something like Fire Emblem. Because of the fact that these are games where, you know, it's a complete title that does not need to be expanded within itself, you can basically have a simple-ish formula, but just add in, like, other forms of mastery, and people will be able to, like, have a fun game either ways. But with a mobile game, since it needs to scale infinitely for as long as the game is in operation, you kind of want numbers that give you a wiggle room, and that's part of why like 1,000 plus is the go-to number as well. Because even if the number scales from like 1,000 to 50,000, the fact of the matter is you can like slowly tweak the numbers in between and try to make, and you basically have, I guess, like more decimal places to work with instead. GBF numbers. Fuck the multipliers. Yeah, but multipliers are such an important part of the games though. Right? How else are you gonna get like your Psycho no high if you don't have like funny numbers that just like make you feel good? Also, on a completely unrelated note, I opened another one of the lemon squashes. Here is let me expand the screen a little more. Here is currant juice. Right? It's according to this can here, it says that the contents are currant, so this is currant juice. Yum yum. I don't know why they put the names at the contents. It makes it feel all funny, to be honest. Like all of it has it. But the flavor is all the same. It's all the exact same drink. But hey, it's probably somebody's kink somewhere, right? You can just pretend you're drinking their juices or something. Shit, I have sat here staring at this screen for so long. I should really actually like start equipping people with gear. Yeah, yours. What the what now? No. It most definitely, probably, hopefully, is not. What do I give him? What do I give him? He already gets riposte even without me giving him the riposte gear, so he doesn't need that. That's if I give him the skill though, but... Let me think about this real quick. Healing? Oh wait, no, I got it. We'll give him the riposte. She has the anti-ambush. Great. Well, also on a completely... I guess not completely unrelated note, but like... On a note that has nothing to do with the juices of current... I actually was like looking into some of the stuff that's been coming out about the entire project and how it's been going ever since then, and it's like... The amount of information coming out of Korea like all the time is just fucking insane. I don't understand what's going on anymore. Like, how have there been like 2 fucking whistleblowers at this point? And like even more information coming out on Blind as well. The whole thing with Blind is another weird thing though, where it's like some of the information obviously seems a lot more credible than some of the others, but like it's kind of interesting how like it seems to be more highly regarded in like Korea, for example, than it is in like the English speaking regions in general. Shit, I need to change his skills. I really need to change his skills. This does not work very well. But yeah, while looking through all the stuff, I think the thing that felt like the most crazy conspiracy that came out of Korea that I've seen so far is that if I recall, I was seeing some people talk about like how they suspect that the whole thing might have been like some big like 5D chess financial fraud plan that like some of the people had or something. It's crazy. Like that. How best do I even explain it? Like obviously this is just like them speculating stuff, right? It's not like the actual truth or anything, but like I actually saw some stuff about them saying that like they suspect the people who left for the other company to have actually like orchestrated the whole thing as a 5D like actual financial fraud plan where they weren't even planning to make the game. They were just planning to take the money and like flee Korea or something. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, no, I don't think it's like that levels of insane. Yeah, like, is this a manhwa plot? Yeah, this time I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can get like people not liking them, but like parts of the plot, I mean like parts of like their conspiracy on the whole thing is like it makes it sound like an actual manhwa plot instead. In case you're wondering, no, there isn't like really that much evidence to like back up that like all of that happened, but there were rumors online, and then like, you know, like it just didn't sound as credible as some of the other stuff that came out. I don't know. I feel like if an issue that big did actually happen, somebody in Nexon would have sued the fuck out of them by now. Like, it wouldn't be a case of like Nexon is like, haha, we're considering our legal options. No, there'll be a fucking like hammer coming down on them if it actually was the case. And hello, Zero X. Welcome. Hope you've been doing good today. I am slightly exhausted, but mostly fine. I tried to change my sleep schedule a little. So I've been like sleeping 1 hour earlier and waking up 1 hour earlier as well. So far my body has not adjusted just yet, but hopefully in time it will, so I'll feel less sleepy in the like this part of the day. Because for sure, like in the meantime until my body fully adjusts, it does seem like the sleep itself gets disrupted just a little bit more. So I have been just a little bit more sleepy than usual. Though it might just be the thyroid as well. It's hard to say for sure. Like I realized that the way that the doctor is like doing the status check for my thyroid issue is kind of not making sense in a kind of like weird way, wherein like they're taking the blood sample, and then I'm going back a month later to meet them for the next appointment, which like in the 1 month break in between me taking the blood sample and me going back and seeing them, I'm basically still taking the same like amount of medication, right? So like if I'm taking too much of the medication, by the time they show me the results, it means that I'm probably like I probably have been like fucking overdosing for like a month by that point, right? And there's no way for me to know. I guess there is, which is to like get the appointment earlier, but like, yeah, like I feel like there's something wrong with the way that like this cycle of when they do the test and give me the results going. That's it. I have yet to tell them that just yet. I'll probably need to like go back and ask them about this at some point. How was the reaction to the PS5 Pro bringing over 100,000 yen? Mate, I don't think I've even heard anyone like mention the thing. You see, that the issue with the PS5 is that like I feel like in a weird way, people here probably don't care about the PS5 as much as they used to anymore. In part because like the original PS5 got scalped so bad that it took people so long to get it that people just kind of forgot about the whole thing. Like, I have a friend who lives like maybe like 10 minutes away from me. The dude took like 3 years to get a PS5 because like the PS5s in Japan were basically getting bought up and sold to China instead. Because like apparently there was a shortage over there, and because of the pandemic, like no one had enough PS5s and Switches. So like a shit ton of the PS5s and Switches were basically being bought up and sold to China instead. So there was an actual shortage of those within Japan. So like I have not seen much buzz about it. I'm sure people are talking about it, but like within the community around me at least, I don't see anyone talking about the PS5 at all. Like that's how much or like how little I'm hearing about it so far. Which is kind of sad that it's actually on that level, to be honest. Like, I feel like the supply issues were always something that existed for both them and Nintendo. Like, with Nintendo, it's always been like, people have always speculated that it might be artificially done to like create more hype around the console. But like, bro, that was one room. What the fuck? Wait, we're done? My guy, we're only one room into the dungeon. What do you mean we're done? Oh, I love this. I love this so much. What the fuck? Yes, please and thank you. That's it. We'll explore a little more just to grab some gold and shit. But yeah, I genuinely do wonder though, because like, it might just be a factor of the type of people that work in the company I do, but like, I really don't know many people who still like actively get a console that isn't the Switch anymore. Like the Switch, right? Like that one, it's like there's always that bunch of IPs that people will get a Switch for. Right, like Splatoon, Fire Emblem, Pokemon, like yeah, okay, I kinda get that one. People get it for those, but like with the PS5 it always felt like I don't hear people talking about it anymore. And I feel like it's in part also because of the fact that like PC games just became that much more popular even in Japan. And the idea of like just getting a PC probably became like something that more people were attuned to at some point. Right, like you talk about like back in the day, for the older generation, it's like, yeah, but the PC, it's like, what were you gonna play on it that was specifically good, right? And the PCs tend to be like this big clunky thing that you kind of had to figure out the specs for, and all of that was like so much hassle. You just got a console and it worked out. But nowadays, it's like there's so many more options for like building a PC. You have all of the VTubers, with their playing like esports games. That's like getting people into esports as well. Well, I guess not even just esports, but like, you know, like from the Minecraft Hololive server days, where people can be like, oh yeah, maybe, you know, this looks really fun, and then they start playing that. All the way to like nowadays, you kind of do have people. I guess not people, I guess, but like you kind of do have like the whole like V-Sport thing in Japan, which I don't think is as popular outside of Japan, maybe, where it's like a VTuber group that is specialized or like with a heavier focus on like pro gaming. So like basically all of the VTubers within the V-Sport are basically fairly good at like the game that they're supposedly like supposed to be like playing. And I feel like between both of this, it's like there has been a much greater like popularization of PCs within Japan as well. Especially over the pandemic. I feel like the pandemic probably opened up a lot more people to like just getting a PC instead of a console. They just started the English branch of eSport a couple of months ago. There's an English one now? Oh shit. Oh, that's cool. They actually started an English one. Okay, so they're actually expanding a lot more than I thought, huh? Oh, that's actually really interesting to hear about, actually. I didn't even know they started an English division. I don't know how well it's going, but I hope it goes well for them. At the very least, within Japan, the Japanese side of it does seem to be doing fairly well. Hodge. Oh. Gone. But yeah, it's interesting for sure to see like how much they have been expanding overall. Ah. I was impressed for just a second, and then I realized I was kind of I saw this thing and I saw the gold, and then I was like, oh, it's a cool item. And I hover, and then I see rare, and the moment I saw rare, my heart sank a little, and then I saw veiled only, and I was like, ah, okay, not using it. Sport.jp/en. I like how the website is still .jp but /en. Okay. Remiya. Aria. Jira. Narin. Iriko. That's the key. Okay. 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 There's two mummies. There's the lolly. There's the JK. And there's the tomboy. Change? What's this? Does it even say what games they play? Or am I supposed to open a channel to find out? What does she play? Apex, Minecraft, Apex. Lethal Company. I don't think she's a professional Lethal Company player. She's probably a Apex player. The Bathhouse? Oh, that's a game? What the fuck is the Bathhouse? Oh, wait, is that the horror game? The Bathhouse. That's the horror game, isn't it? Ah, that's the horror game. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Why? What the fuck am I looking? The feeling when I open the page, I Google the bathhouse. The first thing I fucking see is a guy doing the fucking soy face meme. Like, Bro, this pops up like before the game itself. The first thing that pops up. That fucking face, I swear to fuck. This I feel my brain rotting a little. Okay. Yeah, apparently like okay. Thank you. Alright, okay. I did not bring a kit with me for the thing. But yeah, unfortunately, I have not really like followed most of the V-Sport stuff, so I have no idea who any of the JP people are. But I do know that they are fairly popular. Purely because of the fact that like they're getting a shit ton of collabs. Actually, no, maybe that's just part of the marketing, isn't it? It looks popular because of the collabs, but I actually don't. And then like people see that and then they think it's popular and then they watch it and then it actually becomes a prophecy fulfilled. Who knows? Because I feel like with the number of like VTuber agencies that exist in Japan nowadays, like it actually is kind of tough to get the start in the first place. Like even V-Sport is like considered like a one of the bigger end ones at this point within Japan at least. So considering that, it's like there are so and like how many like in the fact that like there's actually a fair number of smaller ones in Japan as well. It's like it's kind of crazy the number of like potentially much smaller VTubers that there are out there that are just like registered to some much smaller VTubing agency within Japan. Rent's nighttime ambush. 15. Two more. That were to decrease household.
Our path is revealed. March on. The Vizier soldiers will march elsewhere for now.
I wonder if there's a way to see what they actively play a lot of. Like, I clicked on one of what the fuck? 390k subs? Oh yeah, they're actually really fairly popular, huh? No, it should be under live, right? Skip from Tarkov, COD, Apex, COD, Apex, Legends Global Series. Wait, are they actually at the play? Oh no, they're just watching the playoffs. Wait, are they? Oh, okay, they're just watching the playoffs. Fuck, I thought they actually made it into the playoffs. But apparently they're just watching it, okay. Fair enough. You wanna know what's a video that has been like just like stuck in the back of my head and I can't explain why. This video, where is it? This video has just been stuck in my head, like on loop for some reason. It's like the most nothing burger video I've seen in a while, but like this video has been stuck in my brain for a while. I don't know why. But something about seeing Utena just staring at like Ibuki's face on the fucking TV is just like spoilers? Uh-oh. Wait. Was it still a spoiler? No, it's just like the cutscene, right? Okay, I'll stop. If it's a spoiler, I'll stop. My apologies. Unfollowed. No, I'm sorry. And the manga readers of VA players. No, but that was an English meme though. Like, okay, I guess maybe they do play on JP. But yeah, like I don't know, like that I saw that meme and it's just like it's been stuck in the back of my head this entire time. It completely slipped my mind that that is only in JP right now. Ebook is funny though. It's pretty funny though. Yeah, and like there's just something about that meme of like fucking Utena just staring at like Ibuki on the TV that was just like rotting my brain. No, it rots my brain almost as much as the Abby Mome. Okay, at least this one shouldn't be a spoiler, right? If like it's like Gakuma's related instead. Like this meme. I don't know if it's been only in Japan where this meme has been a thing, but like it's like this meme has been like rotting my brain up quite a bit as well. Look at them rubbing the fucking prawns. Ah, I love it. Yeah, that's the whole song. They basically the Manos, I'll give it a pass. Okay, how about this one then? Sending you to a music video to give your opinions on. Ah, no, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, sure. Feel free. I don't know why. Like this became such a meme. This is everywhere now. Like what the fuck's going on? Look at the number of like every moments. Where are you sending it? Yeah, thoughts on this song. What's this song? I'm not gonna get jump scared by like something very offensive midway through the song, am I? Okay, no, I'm not. It has very Denpaki vibes to it. What the fuck's going on? Yeah, like this part alone, if you just like loop it over and over again, I could see this being a very Denpaki style song instead, if anything. The facts that they're actually giving in it. Yeah, some of it is fairly. No, okay, I can't say for certain that all of it is true, but like quite a fair bit of it seems to be fairly accurate as well. So that's cool. Like it reminds me, it reminds me a little bit of the Miku song by Nayutan Seijin, a little, where they basically took like mathematical formulas and turned that into a song. But this one is a bit more this one's a little more deranged, and I kind of like that, to be honest. I kind of vibe with how deranged it's getting at parts. It has very Denpake vibes to it in a weird way. Like not Denpake in the like Nidigo, that kind of like, or like Serial Experiments Lane sort of way, but Denpake in like the music genre instead, where like Denpake music tends to be something like a little like this. But yeah, this song reminds me a little bit of a Parallelism. Oh wait, yeah, this one. It reminds me a lot of this song. Like, not in terms of the tune, but in terms of like the way it tries to like mix in like content that feels like it wouldn't be part of a song into a song. I wonder if there's actually like English subs for this. Like what I found very interesting about this song was the fact that they were actually like at points in it like trying to teach you like basic geometry throughout the entire song. And in a way, it reminds me of this, where like I listen to the song and I feel like I'm learning something. Except that the Take one you sent, it's actually teaching me something new that I don't think I've ever learned in school. This is just reminding me like how fucking stupid I am for like forgetting all of this at some point. You know, because this is supposed to be like fucking basic geometry. Man. Yeah, you know, sometimes this is Miku, it sounds like it. Yeah, it is. The Nayutan Seijin mostly uses Miku for most of their songs, which they did for this one as well. It's kind of interesting, though, like stuff like this. But that's I really love the animation on this as well. It's cute, not gonna lie, yeah. Like with Nayutan Seijin's like animations, like they're very simple. Like it's really just like a literal like drawing being like moved around, but it works pretty well. I don't know why. Like it might be just be precisely because of the simplicity of it that it gives it more of an oomph with the music itself. When was the last time they made a song? Song vibe is pretty chill. Yeah, all of their music has that like fairly chill vibe to it, in a way. 2 years ago, 1 month ago, they do still make music. Cool. There's a Pokemon one here. The Take song's way more chaotic. Yeah. The Take one has the true like old school Denpake vibes. Can I find a good example? I haven't listened to like Denpake music in a while. So like it would be tough to like, I can't really think of one off the top of my head. I guess the Nidigo opening, it's kinda, but not on that level. No, this is more not. This feels like it has a bit more of a Eurobeat vibe to it for some reason. This is also kind of different. I probably need to find a good example off stream, but yeah. What's this? A bot? Deny. That's nice. They actually didn't just let the bot all the way through. They actually gave me a warning. I like that. And I should just change the category to just chatting at this point. Because I feel like we aren't really playing the game anymore. And I feel like there isn't really much time left for me to like even like do another run of it. That's it. I really vibe with this song. It's like Animal Come School, Ioban. Kinda, yeah. I have not seen the Osu map for this song though. Calm Chaos, Calm Chaos. I like this part of the animation. It's like not this part, the part before where she's just dancing on the stage. Like this is something about this. No, I feel like I could just sit here and stare at that for like 10 fucking hours on end. Like if I wanted to shut my brain off, like you just give me like a 1 hour compilation of just that, I could just sit here and just stare at that to like shut my brain off. Like it soothes the brain and lets me shut my brain off at the same time. Speaking of IO bundle. Speaking of, I actually like this a lot. This comes the closest to what I can think of what a Reiwa Denpake song would sound like. This I actually genuinely liked this one quite a lot. Although I probably shouldn't be just like playing music on the stream. I feel like it's probably like gonna get like the stream like muted at some point. We'll go back to the Take. The Take is probably fine. It's very addicting. It's very addicting to stare at. What else did they make? Is this even theirs? Oh, it is theirs. M3. Harder. Still talking possible. Wait. Let me see what else they made. It has a very Denpake vibe to it. Why am I there? Yeah, I can see it. This does feel very like rhythm game music. It certainly does. Set aside Harukana, Taino Shisu. My. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. 50 I wonder if they appear at like. Do they have their Twitter here? Like, whose Twitter should I check? This one? They'll probably be at the next M3, right? Oh, M3 Simple Hanbaiji. Ah no, that's for the previous one. No, this is harder. Are they turning up at the next one? There should be one more M3 this year, I think. Yeah, there's one in Aki. Yeah, October. From next month. Would it be turning up there though? That is the question. Like this I'm actually really vibing with this album right now, to be honest. Doesn't seem like they are. Do they only turn up at like spring? Let's see. This is spring, this is autumn. Oh, they've only oh, this is spring. This is spring. So sometimes they skip. Sometimes they skip, but not necessarily every single time. So there might be a chance they'll turn up at autumn. No, but if they're gonna turn up at autumn, they'll definitely have mentioned it by now. Interesting. I'll keep a lookout. No. Okay. No, I should stop looking at music right now. But yes, I do enjoy. I did enjoy that song quite a fair bit. Thank you for that recommendation. I do not know why it was so addicting, but it definitely was. What can I show you that might be interesting? I'm trying to think, but like I can't think of anything right now off the bat. Unless it's a very specific genre of music that you are interested in. Oh, there's this. One of my favorite like anime endings of all time. Oh, it's so good. Okay, maybe all time is a bit of a stretch, but like Inkia Impulse is one that's always stuck in my head. It sounds dope though. Yeah, it's the ending for Asobi Asobase. It's great because it has absolutely nothing to do with the actual anime. The breakdown is so good though. It's so good. Okay, no, that actually could get the VOD muted, so we'll stop it there. That I enjoy quite a fair bit, to be honest though. It's one of those that is just like it has nothing to do with the show, but it's just weirdly entertaining. Kind of like what's the one? You like Unlucky Morpheus? Oh, definitely for sure. I bought their most recent album. In fact, I have even the most recent one that isn't even power metal. For where is it? Here it is. Physical. Ah, it's not very obvious, huh? It's not very obvious when it's that small, but yeah. Yeah, Black Pentagram I don't think is from this one, but apparently they made a symphonic death metal album. So I do have that as well. Which one was Black Pentagram again? The only physical game I have is one of the Bochi EPs which I bought on pause and normally I don't have a CD player. I get the feel. Ah, okay, yeah, I get it. I know which one this is already. I'm so glad to see them doing so well now though. Like 177, like yeah, I'm already subscribed as you can see. 177k. For a metal band that started from like doing Toho covers, they've come a very long way. It is still very heartwarming to see. What's the oldest thing? You can't even find the. I don't know, the Toho albums are still here. Yeah, to some extent, you can still find the older Toho albums here. Like I feel like unlike Iron Attack, who stayed mostly in like Toho stuff even till today, like Unlucky Morpheus did branch out quite successfully. But yeah, I get the feeling. Like for me, I purposefully got a PC, a disc reader built into my PC, and I do have the portable disc reader for my laptop as well. And the only reason why I have all of this is purely just for all of that. That and for some of the older games I want to emulate as well. Let me get the mob out of the way. But yeah. There's just so much stuff that I want to do that still requires a disc reader, and because of that I still have a disc reader. Otherwise I probably would have gotten rid of mine as well. The bridge in this song, yeah, the bridge is great as well. It's that like Black Pentagram is so fucking good. Wait a minute. Did I buy 2 copies of the same album? What the fuck? I think I did. Shit. Yeah, I do have 2 copies of god damn it. I bought it at some point and I just never opened it, and then now I have a second copy of it. But yeah, for whenever I do like the console game videos as well, like for this game, it's like, especially because for like PlayStation 2 games, you can put it directly into the CD reader and like burn it out and just play it on like an emulator. I do have quite a few of the PS2 games still. Iosis and Senya. I know Iosis as well. They did the fuck, what did they did something recently that I was listening to quite a fair bit as well. That I've forgotten the name of right now. And I'm not talking about the McDonald's collab. There was something else that they did that I was listening to quite a fair bit, and then like I forgot what I was, because my brain is like only half functioning. Oh, this does not help at all. This does not help at all. God damn it. Ah. They did something that I can't place now. Like they do so much stuff that it's hard to like place everything. But yes, Iosis and Senya are great too. Well, although I guess in different ways. Iosis feels more like a... What the fuck am I looking at? Do they have a VTuber? I guess they do, huh? What the fuck's this? Okay, just making beer. Cool. What the fuck are they doing? I came here looking for music, and all I'm seeing is like fucking VTubers and beer. But yeah, they were working on quite a fair bit of stuff recently, and I feel like it was in some game where I saw their name pop up, and I was very surprised because it sounded very different from their older Toho stuff. I just like can't find it now for some reason. Although I don't see them turn up at it. What the fuck is that? Okay, no. I don't know what I just saw, but I don't think I want to see the rest of that. That looked a little sus. But yeah, back to Unlucky Morpheus. They released this new album. Where was it? Yeah. No, this is not that one. But where is it? Yeah, they released a new symphonic death metal album as Unholy Orpheus instead. This was fairly different. Although the violin is forever there though, so that's always cool to see. It was such a jump in the style of the music as well. I actually ended up enjoying it quite a fair bit. it reminds me. I don't know how best to describe it. Like there's a very. I hope my friend is saying like this. It's great. This album is great as well. It's very different from their usual stuff, but the violin helps to pull it back as well. Because they even got a new like vocalist just to do the death growls for us. I wish there was more like death metal stuff in like karaoke here in general, because like it will give me more opportunities to try and practice. Because there aren't really typically very many, and because of that, like I don't get many chances to like actually practice the death growl without feeling weird. Because like doing it at home always feels a little off. But like going to a karaoke to do it as well, it's like I don't mind, but like this is so limited amount of songs. But if you're interested in that, this band might be interesting to you. This was a Hokkaido symphonic death metal band. I need to find something that is like less silly. Like their music range is like so fucking weird. Like I don't know how best to describe it, cause like no, I mean they are symphonic death metal, but like their music is very silly at times, cause like as much as they call themselves symphonic death metal, it's like their lyrics are just like about the weirdest shit in the world, where it's like they'll be singing about like environmentalism, but it'll be like fucking death metal. They'll be singing about like the most generically Japanese thing, like samurai metal. Then they invite in a bunch of people from the West to like, as like Western metal band members to come in and just sing the words like samurai metal. And somehow that's a thing. Oh, so good. Okay, yeah, but before I plague more people's ears with like fucking like death metal, I should stop. But yeah, like Unlucky Morpheus is pretty good. Like some of their like I really feel like the addition of the violin especially just gives them that very unique niche as well, because like the way she plays the violin is quite iconic, I feel like, to the way that their music flows as well. And it's kind of interesting seeing her like sometimes play like fucking Maelstrom covers with a fucking violin. Yeah, it's a very nice contrast. And it's like seeing her do like fucking like guitar instrumentals on a fucking violin is always like such a fucking gift. So good. Oh, she can't violin play. You know, I feel like if my parents showed me this and then told me to become a violin player when I was like 5 years old, I think the me back then would have been too small brain to understand the impact of it. But I feel like this would have been a very good way to get people to do it, to like get people into it. I feel like a lot of like the things that like parents and schools tries to teach us when we are younger, like if they actually showed us the real life like applications of those things in a way that would be interesting, I feel like I would have like applied myself a lot more in school. You know, like if the schools had like, when they taught us math, explain to me how like all of this would come back and be actually important in my job now, I feel like I probably would have learned a lot better. You know, like when I applied to Sci Games during a job interview, and they fucking gave me like statistics questions and probability questions, like, and I look at all of it and I was like, this is all the stuff I fucking learned in high school and like university being like thrown at me, and they just expect you to know all of this, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I had paid more attention and remembered more of it. You know, and like when I actually got into like one of my other jobs, and like when I actually started getting into like game balance proper, it's like, oh, like I guess not just game balance, but like economy design and all of that. It's like all of the math that I had forgotten all was like needed again. And then like it was at that point where I realized that, like, you know what, if someone had, when I was in high school or like middle school, told me that like this math you're gonna learn now, this is gonna apply when you're gonna do like some of this stuff in game design, I think I would have listened a lot more in like class when they explain all the math stuff, to be honest. It's kind of like with this as well, you know, like if my parents had like shown me this and were like, yeah, you know, you learn to play the violin and this could be you one day, I think I'll be like, bruh, yeah, I can see myself trying a little harder. It's the same for the piano, I guess. Like mine made me try to learn the piano instead of the violin. And I feel like if I saw someone playing like a Cruel Angel's Thesis on like the piano at the time, and like how cool that was, I think I'll be like, yeah, you know, it's not just music I don't listen to. Yeah, that's kind of fair. I know, right? Like stuff like that. I feel like a lot of that would have been very useful. Like all of it, I guess. Like it's like with Chinese as well, when I was forced to learn that a little, and like I was like, yeah, but you know, I'm not gonna use that ever in my life. Like, why the fuck would I need like Chinese? And then like one day I was like, hey, you can kind of speak Chinese, right? You supposedly learned it, and I was like, yeah. And they're like, great, you're gonna do the Chinese announcements for the game alongside the Japanese and the English ones from now on. You know that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. The what now? I thought my how do I pronounce that? Mitochondria? I thought those were like a germ or something. Are they not? A membrane-bound cell organelles that generate most of the chemical power biochemical reactions. Oh! It's $1 million. Oh. How the fuck do you mitochondria? Ah. It was a meme though. Okay. You see, the problem when I know so little about it, that I didn't even know that was a thing. Wait, why does it sound like you get a joke for Dave? What the fuck? Wait, am I missing out a joke here? Fuck, am I growing old? This is awesome to listen to while doing cheese. It is. Yeah, the music is. Me getting confused at mitochondria probably isn't though, but this certainly is. It's great. Yinghui Melstein. Fucking like. The dude's like fucking guitar instrumentals are brilliant as is, and just hearing her play it on the violin is just it's wild. It's kind of funny because I think like some of the initial videos I really did very early on in the channel's life was like talking about doujin music as well, and I feel like a part of what made me want to do it was the fact that I saw some video of this dude doing the standard React channel thing where they go like, and then it just had a picture of them there, and it's like, I can't believe that like this I can't believe how good this band is. And they released the video like 1 year ago from I think like this date or something. And the fact that this has been a band that has been around for like more than 7 years, and it just made me feel weird. Like, this people who are like connoisseurs of like metal, have they never heard of this band till now? And I was like, yeah, actually no, it makes sense. Since like with Japan, most of the music doesn't get out of the country. Especially since like if we go back like 7 years ago, like I think like before, like if you go back like 10 years, I think that most of their music would probably have been on like fucking CDs and nothing else. You would have never found it online. Which is like, yeah, it's like I don't blame them, like thinking about it now. Just want to anime or PNED. Yeah, I feel like there's always been an issue with the way that like content is spread within Japan in general. Like not just because of the fact that like they didn't do any anime openings or endings. Like they get fairly decent numbers even without it. But like there's also the fact that like because most music is like it comes in CDs, especially at the time. It's like there's no way for people outside of Japan to like even get a hold of the music because like literal physical copies, no SoundCloud, no iTunes, no Spotify. It's like how's it gonna spread? Which is why I feel like Creepy Nuts did a fantastic job. Like Creepy Nuts just did an insane job with getting their name out there. Like even before the Bling Blang Lang, I think I was somewhere around this period with this video that got like 8.2 million views. This one here. Basically what happened was prior it was around this video where they actually started doing ads on YouTube with their music. Like this was like their music has always been like getting fairly good. Like no, this one is because of that one game. I'm not game of that one anime. Yofukashi no Ota. I think this is Yofukashi no Ota, right? Yeah, it is. I don't know why the name's in English. It's very confusing. But yeah, this is because of anime. But like it was around here this period, I think, with like Barede, where they actually started to put their music onto like YouTube ads instead. So like I think during the pandemic, like every one out of every 10 ads I got was basically just them. And from there, it apparently blew them up enough that they started to appear in anime as well. Or their music started to appear in anime, and then like they just blew up from there. It was kind of crazy. No, actually, it was Nobishiro, I think. It was this one. This appeared on. This was the one that appeared on like ads quite a fair bit back then. Oh, weird enough, I got exposed an indie band artist via Instagram though. I mean, that's pretty cool if anything. Like what? Like I find it really cool when like the algorithm just starts doing its thing in weird ways. Like finding out about their music through YouTube ads because my ads algorithm was so well refined by YouTube at the point was kind of interesting. Like it was around this period where I like basically what I did was that every time YouTube sent me a the thing is that the reason why I started to work was because every time YouTube sent me a music ad, I would make sure to click on the music ad so that the algorithm would like start to weigh those even higher, if that makes sense. Like I'll just click on every single music one so that like at some point like 9 out of every 10 ads I got were like music. You fished the algorithm. Yeah, exactly. So all I got for like a decent period of time were just like music ads, and that like helped me find so many bands thanks to that, especially during the pandemic. Because I feel like especially during the pandemic, so many bands like they kind of realized that like lives and events weren't working anymore. So a decent number of them actually tried to put their ads on YouTube instead. And realizing that, I started to basically click on every single music ad so that YouTube would actually give me ads that I would actually enjoy. And that's how I found out about Creepy Nuts as well. It's just like music ad. Oh, I like this. I like this. Then I just followed them. And then after that, I kind of ruined my own algorithm after, cause there was a period where I was trying, or I was thinking of doing a video about some of the very weird ads that were running around in Japan. Because I realized when I was at work and I had like videos running on the work PC. There was this period like 2 or 3 years back during the pandemic where I was getting like fairly weird ads for very suspicious books that were basically like very like culty propaganda sounding, if that makes any sense. And I was thinking of like buying a bunch of those and then like making a video like about how like YouTube was basically allowing like very weird like books on the site. Because the books that I saw at the time were like very weird, like war denial books and stuff like that. Like it was very bizarre that like they were even being sold or like pushed as ads on YouTube. So like, but like that never came to fruition because I realized that they only sold ebooks, and I wasn't about to like enter my credit card information onto like some weird suspicious site. So yeah, that video never came to be a thing. But it did fuck up my algorithm. So now I don't just get music ads anymore, which is very sad. Like I started to get a lot more generic Japanese ads as well. But yeah, there were quite a few bands whose names I can't remember. I'll probably have to go to my like